Hello, I am back. Thank you for watching my recent live shows, if you watched that. If not, go and look at my videos from the other weeks. In today's video, we are going to look at the Ellitone Multi-Synth, which I just received. Please ignore the breadboard on the side. You do not get this with it. I'm just using it at the moment to make patching things in and out easier. Recently, I discovered a whole load of synthesizers and noise generators and things like that on Etsy, which I was quite surprised at. I've been looking for a sort of more affordable version of I think I'm saying this right, Ciat Lonbarde synthesizer, and one of these Ellitones was suggested on a Reddit forum that I am on, along with some other weird synths. So I went investigating and found Mr. Elliott's page on Etsy. He has a few things to sell historically, but this is the only one that he makes now. First thing about it is it smells very nice. I think this is the potentially either the third or fourth version of this synth. I saw one that was kind of held together with string, I've seen one that's a bit more sort of plasticky looking, and I've seen another wooden one, and then maybe this one, which is this darker wood. So maybe this is version 4. Now, at its core, it is a random noise generating synth. It has 5 different modes, which you change by its little internal patch bay. And then there is multiple other patches you can use to change the tone of the actual synth, the timbre of the synth, the rhythm which certain things play. So there's a sequencer, there is also a ping pong sequencer, and then there is another one which changes the, I guess it's like the envelope velocity of what it is. So what's cool about it is the control changes are done off these little pins. So wherever you patch the 5 pins that relate to the tone, timbre, mode, rhythm, and envelope, changes what they do. And you do that by these funky little patch cables. So the way you make your connections is you patch from one of the 5 selectors to one of the 6 effectively oscillators, and they change the tone or the rhythm or the mode that it's on. To play it, you then have little micro switches that are underneath these wooden panels, and then there are 4 knobs which functions change depending on which mode you're on. Now the other cool thing about this is well, I think it's cool, but I guess if you were trying to recreate something with this, it would be annoying, is that every time you power it off and power it on again, the oscillator control that comes from one of these 6 little pins actually changes. So even if you leave all your patching the same, if you power it off and power it on again, the sounds and everything you get will be different, which for me is great because I find this is a brilliant ideas machine to start off a track with. But if you wanted to potentially go and perform and use this to create the sound every time, you may need to end up sampling this and using a sampler to play it out. That's really it. The other thing I should say is that the control voltages in this are not CV or anything like that. So I did ask, because I've got some bastles, you can't patch out of the bastles into this or vice versa. It is a standalone tool, comes out on mini jack. You can power it from AAA batteries, 3 of them, or there is a USB-A port. And that's kind of it. You get everything in the box that you need to make the thing work. I think it even comes with batteries. Did it come with batteries? No, it didn't come with batteries, but it's shipped from the US. So maybe that's why it didn't come with batteries. The guy who makes them, Ellitone himself, has been really responsive to me on Instagram. It's been really helpful to talk to and ask questions and things like that. So yeah, I can't really recommend it enough. It was under 200 Australian dollars, which for, as far as I can see, a handmade, pretty unique little synth box is pretty cool. As you can now see, I have removed the breadboard because I thought this is going to get confusing. Now, you have these 5 options here. So it's tone, timbre, mode, rhythm, and envelope decay, e.g. envelope generator response. So if we, and then these are the 4 notes, which you can sort of barely hear at the moment. Now this is running through the monotron into the OP1, but there's no effects on any of these. So this is the like bass patch. You get 4 notes. And you can set them to be any pitch. Now, what happens if we plug in the tone? That's sort of my favorite. And then the timbre does this. Which is actually different intervals. So this is a minor third, I think. Fourth. Fifth. Not sure what that is. Not really a fan of any of those. Yellow is interesting. This is where the mode changes. This is the sequencer one. I like this one. This one now changes that rhythm. This one changes the envelope generator. And you can see now why I like having the breadboard option, because it gets a bit fiddly in this little control panel. Patch panel is what I mean. That's quite fun. Now, this is now playing these 4 notes, so you can start them all off down at 0. Now, the other thing I found is once you have started using some of these other modes, potentially timbres and tones that you didn't like before might suddenly become nicer in this configuration. So on and so forth. So that is some basic noises that you can make. How about we do a little jam with this? So let's turn some reverb on first, because I think everything sounds better with a bit of reverb. And let's make some noise. Now, the other things you can do, I didn't say about before, so these 2 buttons, this makes it go up. So once you've got a pattern you like, and this one makes it go down. And then these 2 This one holds on the note. And this one randomizes your sequence. Okay. Pretty noisy. There we have it, the Ellitone Multi-Synth. Is it quite an economical Ciat Lonbarde replacement? I don't know. But for me, it's going to become a central part of shows that I've got coming up once a month for the rest of the year. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. There'll be some music next week involving this new synth, and then something new the week after that. Thank you for watching. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye.